Wow,
yes.
they're going to announce a new pope. This is the new pope, I believe. Today is...
And I must tell you, I never expected in a million years that a Jesuit would step up.
Wednesday, March 13, 2013.
Larger picture to the direction of the Catholic Church.
3:13.
It says that
3:15.
they're great hope and a time of change, not in the core teachings of the Church, of course.
It's live video
to the
footage.
21st century.
A live stream.
The third world, or Latin America, for the growth of the church. I mean, his name was mentioned as one possibility, and there was a question about whether they would select the Jesuit, but he wasn't, so to speak, on the short list. He was sort of on the longer list of possibilities that were mentioned. So in that sense, it's not a complete surprise, since he was always being mentioned, but he wasn't among the top 5 that one would have anticipated being mentioned.
Respect the individuals who are
He was born
gay.
in 1936.
Oh no, this is the Black
ordained as
Pope.
a priest for the Jesuit community, as you had pointed out, Father, in 1969.
Respecting
and that in of itself is a
gay.
surprise.
Oh my God, homosexuals. Is this Pope is going to promote homosexuality as Obama
Talk to
Has he
you.
not been
have
also
done
very
here
positive
in the United
regards to
States?
some of the social concerns of the church?
Will
That
this
is
Pope
one of the
also
things that I remember
promote
having
abortion
read
as well?
about him when I was reading
Oh my goodness.
the list of possibilities.
If this guy is going to promote homosexuality, then he is the false prophet that
Not necessarily a contributing factor in the decision of the
my guardian
Cardinals.
angel said will come on the scene
Well, he
shortly
would be 3 years younger than
after
Ratzinger was
Pope
when he was appointed.
Benedict XVI resigned.
And he was a favorite, was he not?
A favorite.
Father Malone, if you could,
Thing,
Okay, I think I already got the gist of it. This guy is going to promote
the
everything
history of the Jesuits formed in the
everything
16th century.
anti-Catholic, I believe.
We've had a stormy relationship with the church in some centuries, and
if he's a Jesuit,
it's really an extraordinary thing.
The Jesuits, I believe, is the military arm of
I would
the
refer to it
Catholic
almost
Church.
as perhaps a healing moment
The Black Pope.
in this regard, insofar as there has been a tension between some aspects of the Vatican and the Jesuits, and I think having a Jesuit as Pope, and in view of the fact that the Jesuits have been so
this is the Black Pope.
in their
I heard that there are
activity and
two
their missionary
really popes.
activity and
There's
their
the Pope
teachings,
that dresses in white. He's
in the church, so that I think
politician,
it would be interpreted as a sign,
the face of the Catholic Church, and then you
rather than
have
making
the
a
military
selection for
arm of
someone
the
who's
church,
closer to the
which
open
is
stage,
the Jesuits,
or some much more conservative
or a Black Pope.
getting Jesuits. So I see.
I won't be surprised. This guy was in charge when Ratzinger officially resigned in 2012.
He was among the small group of Latin American candidates, slightly older, in fact, than the other candidates that were up there. That region now obviously being strongly represented in the Catholic Church.
I think that's important. Perhaps his age is a sign that maybe one doesn't want a pope for a longer period of time. In other words, not willing to settle on someone who would be 10 years younger, and that means whatever decision you made now would last for a much longer time. And so I think it's perhaps, one of my hopes for the church, and of course it's only my hope, is that what Ratzinger did by stepping down at 85, that he may set a precedent for future popes. I mean, bishops have to resign at 75 but they're often allowed to stay to 80. And the question would be, do you want to focus on the office, its ministry, and the value of the office? And so that 85 might be a time in the future that other popes have.
And some of the other issues, as age is obviously a contributing factor and is considered in that he has had health issues. In fact, he had one lung removed because of an infection when he was a teenager, and that is something that obviously many of the other candidates probably don't have on their considerations to take into place. But as you've been saying, and as we can see, first speech, homily, he's trained as a chemist and worked as a professor before he was ordained as the Archbishop of Buenos Aires. Do we expect Latin America to play a larger role? Brazil, in and of itself, obviously, truly having a very influential voice, but Latin America,
countries that are moving up into the world among to become leading countries. I mean, if their economic revival continues, etc., Brazil should be a major influential country within the world, and Latin America following it.
There he is, the false prophet.
So the Cardinal from Argentina, and now Pope, with the chosen name Francis, about to address the crowd gathered outside of St. Peter's Square.
Sorelle. Buonasera. Good evening. Del conclave era di dare un vescovo a Roma.
You know that the duty of the conclave was to give a bishop to Rome.
I fratelli cardinali sono andati a prenderlo quasi alla fine del mondo.
My fellow cardinals went and found one all the way at the end of the world, but here we are.
Vi ringrazio l'accoglienza.
For your
Comunità diocesana di Roma, al suo vescovo. Grazie. E prima di tutto